Hi guys, welcome. We are live from LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube today. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to just get yourself ready, have a cup of coffee, a bottle of water, whatever you need, have your pen and paper ready. I'm going to give people a little bit of time to just get in here. So today we will talk about email marketing. I got quite a few questions prepared for you already that I got in. It's a popular topic, so I'm looking forward to talking about that. If anyone has questions along the way, you can just put them in whichever chat you're on. I will see it coming up, or if you're watching the recording, feel free to just pop your questions in the respective comments on the platform that you're on, and we will make sure that we try to answer every question that comes in. So just whichever platform you're on, watching from, and feel free to just pop your questions in. So email marketing is what we're going to focus on today. I have a bunch of questions that I collected from a group, network group that I'm part of. People have a lot of questions around email marketing. So that's what we're going to go through today. I'm going to get my presentation up here. I just prepared the questions so you can see what people have asked. I'm going to share my screen shortly. If you have any questions along the way, again, I just ask. That's what these sessions are for. It's for you. It's not for me. So give it a go. So I'm just getting my presentation up here. I will just show you. It's literally just a few questions. It's just not coming up on my screen. Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to take away all my little gadgets popping up on the screen here. Don't really need to see me too much either. As I said, today's focus is email marketing. It's a popular topic amongst our clients. It's a topic that I hear, I have friends and other marketers as well confused about email marketing, or not necessarily confused, but want to improve it. So that's really what we're going to dive into today. We're going to keep it quite easy, absorbable, so that you guys can understand what's going on. But I will go into some specifics as well and some tips on how to think when you are setting up your email marketing or improving your email marketing. So that is what I sort of sorted the question that I got in already in that order to try to make it a flow for you guys. If you have additional questions, again, feel free to just pop them in the comment field or whichever platform that you're via. We are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We're also live on our website, but you can't comment there, so you will have to find us on one of the other platforms if you want to. This session we run these sessions normally every second week in English and every second week in Norwegian, because we service clients in multiple languages. So, but this will be the last one before Christmas, unless I get any special questions that I can't answer today. Then I will have to set up another one. But we will start off again in January. New motivation to improve your email marketing or your digital marketing. Our general topics are around anything digital marketing. I try to have a focus for each of these sessions, and that focus is based on the questions that we get in from our clients, the questions that we see that we get a lot in general, or that people need to get more insight on. So that's what these sessions are for. So today focus is email marketing. So that's what we're going to focus on, and we will have questions that I have collected from a group, network group that I'm part of. And I thought they were great questions. And I see these questions coming again and again. And I want to answer real questions. I don't want to answer my own prepared. Well, now this is sort of prepared questions. I want to answer real questions because that's how you help people, give proper help to people. So one of the first questions. Let me just take my little picture away. You don't need to see it. The first question that I got, and I've written the question. I've written a short version, and I've written the actual question that I got. So the question was, what are the trends in marketing? Is email marketing still effective, or are people over it now and other things taking over? Is it still worth jumping on the email marketing bandwagon now? So my short interpretation of that question is email marketing effective? And I will go through, I prepared just a little explanation. I'll go through a little bit of a graphic to explain why email marketing is still so effective. And it's very much related to the sales cycle, how people buy. And email marketing can help you a lot in converting clicks into clients and getting more value out of your clients, quite specifically. And I will show you a little graphic of that and just going through it. And also lies a nice foundation for email marketing, what we're going to talk about. We'll tune into, we will repeat things that I talk about in this one. This is the one, we call it life cycle marketing. And all the questions that I have prepared on the email marketing, or I'm sure if someone is going to ask a question as well, you can somehow relate to life cycle marketing. So that's why I want to get you into the concept of what it's about, so that you have a great foundation to understand why email marketing is important and how to do it very efficiently. And that's some of the questions that we're going to talk about as well. So let's just lay the foundation. Life cycle marketing. I do run separate webinars and presentations on this specifically, but I will do a quick version since today is more of an email marketing focus. If you want to know more about this, just let me know, and we will do more sessions on that. But I'm just going to run through it very quickly. So lifecycle marketing is divided into three. So you have this eternity ring, so it goes, or extended one. So it goes in three, call it phases. The people are generally aware of is that you need to collect leads. A lot of people are aware of this element, that they need to collect leads, or they need to advertise, etc. Then you need to convert clients, which most people are also quite aware that they need to do, but they don't necessarily know how. So this is where we're going to see how email marketing also plays a role. And then we have creating fans. Creating fans is something that's not a lot, but many businesses, at least 50% of the businesses that we deal with and work with, at least 50% don't really focus enough on the creating the fans part either. And this is where you have a lot of added value. So that's why that is also included. And by creating fans, you will actually get more leads as well. So that is important to focus on. And each of these ones again are divided into three smaller steps. And the reason for this division is that it also should be easier for people that want to implement these techniques to look at one of these elements at a time. So collecting leads is about targeting the right clients. So you need to understand who you want to talk to. And if you don't know who you want to talk to, you can't talk to them in a way that will actually attract them. So then you need to attract them. So you need to understand what brings them to you. What is it that you have that they need? Not just what you have that you want to sell them, but what do you have that they actually need, or which problem do you solve for them? So you want to attract them. That could be through great advice. It could be through a great product. It could be through a discount on the products, etc. And then you need to capture your leads. So a visitor to your website is only a number on a Google Analytic or whichever platform you use to analyze your website traffic. It's not a identifiable person yet. You do have pixels, but I'm not going to go into pixels because there's also a lot of changes that happened and will still happen. Pixels as we go. People don't like to be tracked so much. But you need to collect. Capture. You need to capture them. You don't have a lead. If you don't know who they are, you can't continue to communicate with them, and that is what we need to do to convert them. That's where we're going into the next phase, is to convert clients. This is very much like a why do they not buy immediately? I often pull up a statistic about 96% of people that meet your brand for the first time, like they say, see an ad, will not buy right away. And if you don't focus on first of all capturing this traffic, you won't have anyone to convert. So you really need to have the first set also done, even though a lot of people have that to some degree done. Capture you can do through landing pages, web forms, things like that, for example, and have something, give something away of value for people's details. Then converting clients is about engaging them. It's about offering them something and closing them. And this is where I wanted to say also this. It's like a relationship. You don't just meet someone and you become best friends right away. You meet someone and you hang out with them and you meet them a couple of times and you realize you have common interests or you like each other, and then you become friends. So that's a little bit of how it works as well. You keep in contact with the potential clients. You can't force them to become your clients, but you engage with them. You give them things of value. You show yourself from your best side and why you have a good solution for them. And then you offer them a solution. You have to remember to offer them, and then you need to close it. And converting clients is one of the areas where email marketing comes in quite a lot. And I will also talk about email marketing tools a little bit later. And where that comes in is very valuable is the number of engagements you actually need to be able to convert clients. So it's not just following up, hi, can I get offer for that? And send the offer, nothing happens. It's quite a lot of interaction that is needed, and this is where tool will be valuable because it will help you to systemize it and to do it and follow up properly, not just follow up once or twice. So that is what it will do. So then you need to close the business. Then creating fans is about delivering. So you need to deliver on your promise. You need to impress. If you're going to create fans, you need to impress them. You want to become this person's best friend. You don't want to just become a friend. You want to become the best friend, and then you need to impress them. You want to be the best of the best. So email marketing can help a lot here because you can automate also, and this is where tool comes in. You can automate a lot of simple emails like thank you emails. Hi, I see it's 1 month since you became a customer. Are you happy with your product? Or hi, I see if the subscription is 6 months in. Congratulations. Is there anything that you would like? Do you have any feedback? So you can add that extra service through automated, for example, automated email marketing. You can also do it manually, but we tend to forget this part. And creating fans is such a valuable part of generating more business. It's a phase of lifecycle marketing that we very often focus on when we start to work with clients, if they have any existing clients. Then you have multiply, and there's 2 ways of multiplying. You have getting more business out of the person that bought from you. So say you have a subscription service and the subscription lasts for 6 months, maybe, or a year. If you can make that subscription last for twice the length, it's basically like getting 2 clients instead of 1, except you don't have to spend all the effort on converting them. So one is to get more business out of one. You can have buying one product and get them to buy again. You can have these online shops, for example, if you buy again from them. They don't have to, you already know that they're a trusted brand. If they bought from you, so it's a lot easier for that person to buy again than a new person to buy. So if you have a product or product related, it's one way to create more business out of one person's bought once. The other way to multiply your business is to get the people that have bought to recommend you and get your referrals, etc. That so you can get new business. Getting to convert a referral is a lot easier and a lot cheaper than to convert a brand new lead, because they have trust. Someone has recommended them. To say, where did you buy that? Or no, I bought that shop, or I bought it from these people. Then chances are that they're going to recommend you. So that is a couple of ways that you can actually multiply. Email again is super useful here. Ask your customers for a review, for their feedback first, also for the feedback if they're happy or not. Ideally, you want to look after the people that are happy and ask them for referrals and reviews as well. Reviews are very valuable. And then for the people that are not necessarily happy for some reason, you want to make sure that you look after them properly and correct whatever's wrong. So that's just a quick little intro to lifecycle marketing. We will see how email marketing plays a role here, but especially in the engage, offer, and close. So the whole conversion section, email marketing is very valuable. Also in the creating fans, just to actually do it. What we find is people have good intentions and they want to do it, but they end up not doing it because they're down here. They're chasing the new leads all the time. So our priority path when we work with lifecycle marketing is not here on collecting leads. We want to make sure that the process is there to convert the leads and generate maximum business before we spend money on, say, ads, etc. So that is just a little illustration. So yes, email marketing is still very effective. It's actually quite a handy and cheap tool for people that want to convert more clients and create more fans. So then we have, which email program should I use? And we get this a lot. So at Pine3 Marketing, we are certified Keep partners. Keep is one of these softwares. We have previously been HubSpot partners and MailChimp, etc. So we do know quite a lot of these programs. We just because we partner with one doesn't mean that we don't test out others to make sure that we still prefer the one that we with. And we use this as well. So which email program should you use? So this specific question is, do you know if indeed Klaviyo is better than MailChimp? An illustration, I like this illustration as well. For me, whether a camera has 10,000 or 20,000 resolution makes no difference, although one might say that a 20,000 resolution is better. Is that the case here? So this is just two examples, Klaviyo and MailChimp. So clearly this person has read an article by a Klaviyo-related agency or from Klaviyo themselves, comparing Klaviyo and MailChimp. Or they probably actually know that this person is using MailChimp. So they're probably starting to grow out of MailChimp a little bit. MailChimp has its limitations. If you're on the free version, you can't really segment. We're going to talk a little bit about segmenting later. So it really depends on the needs. I'll also put up a link here about if anyone. So I did mention that we are Keep certified partners. Let me see if I can. There we go. So which email? So this is just if you want to try and Keep, you can always use that link there. But which email program should you use? Really depends on your need. What I think a good email program should do and have is it should have even if it's just a simple CRM in the background. The reason why you want a simple CRM in the background is customer relationship management. A CRM is a sort of a list of all your clients and prospects and leads, and you can differentiate these people are leads, these people are clients, etc. And you can know the history, you can know what they've, where they come from, etc. So it has basic information about them that you can use. So you should have a basic CRM in the bottom. That's where I find sometimes MailChimp is not really cutting it. And then you have others more specialized or programs that are good in CRM, like HubSpot, has excellent CRM for free. But once you get into the email marketing, it becomes very, very, very expensive very quickly. So that is one disadvantage. Then you have a lot. You have things like Klaviyo have more functionality than Mailchimp. Then you have things like Keep, which also has a lot more functionality than Mailchimp, but still simple to use. So Keep was rated #1 CRM for ease of use in 2021 by Business News Daily. So it's really easy to use. So it really depends on your need. Do you need advanced automations? Do you need simple automations? What do you really need? Do you need? I would say people should, to some degree, have some automation, because some of that we talked about in lifecycle marketing when it comes to creating fans and converting clients, that you really want to automate. So automation is something I would look for. Keep, for example, they have both simple and easy automation and advanced automation. I think they only used to have advanced automation, and I think it sounds like it can be difficult, but it's just two different way of building their automation. Some for people that don't really like tech and don't really like to have too much technical stuff, and have it super easy. And then advanced automation offers just a little bit more if you want to go. So, but I do recommend something that has automation integrated with a CRM, and also preferably a nice email builder, so you can easily make it. But I would say most of these programs do have an email builder that is fairly easy. So we use Keep ourselves to do both our CRM and email marketing and automation and email automation. So definitely recommend it. You can give it a try if you want. You can try for free for a month. There's no contract. There's also a lot of other goodies. That what I want to mention also when it comes to email program is a program is never better than the implementation. So whichever program you use, you need to implement it. What you will see if you visit the link the Keep Free Month link that I have at the bottom here, is that we add a lot of, and this is something we do because we know the importance of the implementation. We add some extra training for free when you buy, or actually when you do the free month, to make sure that the implementation goes well, to make sure that you can understand what you need to do and how to make the tool grow your business, how to create these conversion campaigns, how to create campaigns that ask for referrals, for example. In Keep, you have built in the app, you have suggestions of campaigns that actually come up saying, do you want a customer loyalty campaign? Here you go, and you can just go and adjust it as you want. They take you through. When you go into that app for the first time, they take you through a little questionnaire about your business and what you want to achieve, and based on that, they suggest a lot of campaigns that are already built. It's quite handy when you want to get started. Then we're going to let me just take this for a second. We're just going to remove the link. Open rates. We often get questions about open rates. The question more specifically was, how do you get more people to open their emails? This is really related to the lifecycle marketing. This is where you need, I would highly recommend an email tool to help you with this. And I would also segmentation, which then you need the CRM that we talked about. So when I had the previous slide, which tool, here we're talking about why do I want a tool with capabilities of segmentation, for example. But there's a few things you should think about when it comes to open rates. So if you look at this graphic here, I don't know if you can see the writing, but the top one, the most important, most effective email tactic is personalization. So write it more personal, and you can do that with segmentation. Segmentation is here at the bottom. It's just because these are the most efficient ones or effective ones, but personalization also is done with list segmentation. Then automated campaigns, having automated emails, actually 22%. Responsive design is very important, that emails can be shown on mobile, on all the different devices and sizes that people read the emails. People don't necessarily think about it. They design the email for their desktop, and they sit and they watch their screens, and they forget that people are on different devices and that the email might render differently. Then testing and optimization is important. And this is also why its email tool will be quite efficient, because testing and optimizing, if you're only sending one-in-one mail, you're not really getting good stats on what's working for you. So you might have an opinion about it, but it's difficult to test and optimize. So what you need to think about when you want to improve your open rate. One of the things that affects your open rates will be your domain reputation. And this is a little bit more on the call it the technical side, but it's quite important to be aware of. You can choose not to, that you don't want to deal with it, but be aware of this, or get help from someone that can help you with this. But it's something, be aware that it affects your open rates. So your domain reputation is the big internet or the email softwares receiving emails like the Gmails and Outlooks or Microsoft. They look at your domain reputation. If you've been sending a lot of spammy emails and no one ever reads and no one ever clicks on and no one ever opens, then your domain reputation can go down. If your domain is linked to spam, your domain reputation goes down. What will increase your domain reputation is people interacting with your emails, people opening your emails, people clicking on your emails, people replying to your emails. So that is something you want to focus on. So I won't give you the open rates just straight away, but you should focus on your domain. Think about interaction with your emails. It's quite similar to the algorithms on social media, where more interaction with a post will make sure the post shows more. So it's a little bit, in some ways, quite similar. Then you have how email providers deal with email. So this is not you sending or which software you're sending from. This is how the receiving part deals with the emails before it even gets to the person reading it. And that varies a lot. But some email providers automatically scan, well, a lot of them actually scan through your email before deciding where should this go. So the spam, is this a trusted sender, like your domain reputation? So be aware that the email providers actually check out all your links, they check your pictures out, and we're going to talk a little bit about pictures later as well. So, but be aware of that. It's not only you and what you send, but the receiving part has a lot of influence as well, and that can vary. Yahoo can be different than Gmail, but and it varies. Then you have a subject line. It's important. Subject line is what gets generally your email open, not the content, because if you want to see the content, the email is already open. So subject line is important. Have a subject line that attracts people, and test it. Again, the testing and optimization. Test your subject line. You can write an email, send content with different subject lines, and say you send it to 1,000 people, to say a number, and then you see that the one subject line you have an open rate of 40%, while the one you have an open rate of 10%. Then you can draw some kind of conclusion that one subject line probably worked better than the other. Then you have personalization. Personalize your sublines. Also goes for content, for that being said. But personalize your subject line, say with a name, if appropriate. If you know, say you have a web shop and you know specifically what product they look for, because you have a CRM that told you, then maybe write that, like, your shoes are waiting for you. So personalization is also increasing your open rates. But do not forget about conversion. So now we're just talking about open rates, but you also need people to act on your emails. So you don't only want to focus on opening rates. You want to focus on people interacting with the emails as well and actually converting. And that will also improve your domain reputation. Then we have segmenting. And I pull this stat up that I have here. There's so much statistics out there. This is true conversion. There's the sign, this one. I tried to find the most conservative one because I'm not one for blow up big numbers and big promises. I like to keep things real. So I try to find a little more of a conservative stat. But segmenting is very related to personalizing email. So the question that I got from this person was, I find segmenting emails tiring. Are consumers really bothered by receiving content that sometimes doesn't talk to them? In a case where I'm not keen on segmenting. And if you don't want to segment, then you're not really investing in your business. You should be segmenting if you can. You don't have to segment into every single detail all the time, but you should be aware of it and use it where you can. So if it's not a priority, then what are you prioritizing? Are you prioritizing creating ads and you're not really segmenting your contacts so they can convert? What are you really focusing on? So in this graphic that I have here is that it improves click-through rate by 14%. Click-through rate is people that click in your emails, and it improves your conversions by 10%. Now you can do the math. Can you afford not to segment if you're improving your conversions? So you really by segmenting, you're putting a little bit of effort in, and then later on you reduce the effort. If you now use a tool that can automate based on these segments that you create, you don't have to do the segmentation all the time, every time. You run campaigns and automations that you set up already, and that will improve your conversion. Then you can revise them and review them and improve them as you see what's working. And that is where your converting clients comes in as well, that you need to be engaging engage with them, but you want to engage with them with relevant content. So segmenting helps you do that. The content of emails, like we see on the right hand side there, the content of emails can be highly improved and a lot more engaging. Your delivery rates will probably improve, and your domain reputation, because you do write our emails to people, you're segmenting, so people that want to receive emails will actually receive them, and you're not losing out on sales. So fun segmenting is email starring. It's often maybe that you don't have a CRM in the bottom that helps you to do it, or that you're just not aware of how impactful that is for your conversions. So segmenting is highly recommended. Then we go into the content of the emails, long or short emails. And this graphic, don't take it literally. I just did it more as an illustration. I found it there because, and as you will see as we talk through this as well, is how long or short your email should be really depends how close you are to your audience. So if I'm very close to the person I'm writing to, I can write a longer email. If I'm not that close, if it's an early lead, then I don't necessarily want that email to be too long. So really, it depends on how close you are to your audience. There was a research that came with that I read when I was doing this, and the company, the most efficient mail was a very long mail. That was the one working the best. But when they go into detail of that mail was only sent to people that had interacted with quite a few emails already and recently. So they were engaging in the emails, previous emails. Then they got this longer email, and that converted more clients. So it really is, that is then segmentation. So they use segmentation, sending that email to people that have opened certain emails, got a second email. And that is kind of automations that you can do with an email tool, is to have, if the email is open, then send this and this so many days later. Or if the email is not opened, maybe follow up in some kind. So how close are you to your audience? It really is really important. Attention span. People don't really have a lot of attention span. when it comes to digital surfaces. We are spammed down with so many impulses, etc. So your attention span is not great. So if you're sending a mail to someone, you don't have a lot of that time, so you need to quickly get to the point, and that's where you can write short emails and just get it out there. Frequency plays a role. If you send frequent emails, you can't, and this has a little bit related to the time again. If you write emails every single day, and you write an email that takes 20 minutes to read, then you are expecting people to spend 20 minutes of the day every day. This is again how close are you to your audience, but frequency plays a role here as well. How often you send. Targeting. If you are better at targeting, if you're better at segmenting, you should be able to be more close to the point and not necessarily, and understanding what people want to read as well. There's no SEO in emails, so don't try to put in as many keywords as you want. There's no point of writing long emails to have SEO. Test your emails, test what works, test the long mail, test the short mail. Again, highly valuable to have an email tool to help you to do that, so you can actually see what's working best and not just guess. You can also test, if you have a lot of things to say in an email, you can also redirect people to landing pages where they can read more. The benefit of doing something like that, or an added benefit, is that you get a click in the email for people that want to read more, which benefits your domain reputation generally. And people that don't want to read more, they don't have to. So you're satisfying both people that want to read more and people that don't want to read more. So that's how to keep your emails relevant and targeted is really key. And the content is important. Write content that suit people where they are in their conversion journey. If it's easy, if they're early, they just heard about you want to write something easy, flowable. If it's a long-time client, they might be willing to listen more. Depends really what you're offering. Then we have pictures or not, and how many. So this is an example of the same email showing in two different email settings on the receiving side. We're talking about here not how you send the email or how it looks on your screen, but we're talking about how it is received by the email provider of your lead or your client. So not which programs you use. So the one to the left is a full, it's made as a picture. The whole email is made as a picture. Reason why people do this is the email will look very nice. You can make it look very good on your screen. You can really opens up a lot when it comes to design. Really, a lot of design that goes into that. Problem is, as you see on the right hand side, is that when someone has turned email images off by default, which a lot of email providers have, is that you see nothing. You see absolutely nothing in this email, and it's 100% spam. So spammy, or is perceived so spammy compared to what was maybe wanted that they wanted to send. So that is an example of how bad that actually can be. So email presentation is important to think about. How does it actually present it on the other side? A lot of clients also say, oh, but the email is going to look like this, and I had my designer make this, and we're fortunate to say, it looks great, but it has to look great on the other side as well, not just only on the big screen. So another thing, if you have all your text and images built as an image, you can't personalize as much. You can't pull and say, hi, Inez, because now the text is in the picture. Email size, images take up more size. So for mobile users, or they just have a lot more internet and might load slower. So there's also something that the email providers look at. What is the size of the email? Where should this end up? Should it be in the spam folder or should it be in the inbox? Generally, mobile users as well. If you send text as a picture, that picture shrinks on a mobile phone. So that text will be so small that no one can read it. And you might have some text pictures shrinking more than others. So it'll be very messy. You won't really look very good on Then you have something called dark mode. People use dark mode on their phones, which is when emails have maybe black background instead of white background, and there's various reasons why they do that. But if you just send a picture, you will not respect the dark mode. It won't show really well on dark mode. Then we have the spam folders. If you have a lot of pictures, does your email end up in spam? It used to be like that. It's not all like that anymore. But your pictures will increase your email size, which might be related to spam. So spam folder is not necessarily don't use pictures because you will end up in spam, but might still affect it because the email might be very big and the email provider might not like that. Generally, they emails with a lot of pictures, they get lower engagement because of the reasons mentioned above. A lot of those, and it's not searchable. So a lot of people use their mailbox and search for the information they knew they received it once, and they search for it to find it again. Email picture emails are not searchable. You can't search for them in your mailbox. So that is, so you use them, but this is also where a nice email builder would be beneficial compared to just putting this in as a picture. So email builder. Again, I'm going to put it up there, and if you want to try, let's see, if you want to try Keep and their email builder, it's a very nice drag and drop email builder. I would say most of the email softwares that they do have easy to use builders. Yeah, if you want to try Keep, give it a go. Then I got a questions about lists and the value of a list. Should building up a newsletter subscriber base be a priority when it comes to creating more business value? For example, does having a large subscriber base necessarily make your business more valuable? And how do you, so there's two questions. How do you grow your list consistently? So a big list does not necessarily mean that it has a lot of value. It depends on who's on the list. You can buy a list of all the businesses in Africa, and you can start sending them, and it could be 40 billion, just to say a number. But it doesn't mean that it has value, the same value as 40,000 highly interested people. Only by stats, you will get some business out of your 40 million list, because just even though the stats are lower conversion stats, you will get business out of it. Obviously, you need to send something of value, but statistically, you will. But it will cost you a lot of money usually to buy these lists. And the best lists you have are people that are engaged or engaging with your brand. So that they've come to you. We call it inbound marketing, where people come to you because you have something to offer them. And running advertising like that as well, talking about the needs that people might have and how you solve it. So ideally, you want to have relevant people on your list. For example, if my target group, so even if I buy a list, if my target group is if it's all business owners, some people, actually a lot of people tell me this. No, it's all businesses get value for this. And I say, no, that's too broad, because who are you talking to in the business? Are you talking to a one-man show business? Are you talking to a business with 1,000 employees? Are you talking to the CEO of a business with 1,000 employees? Do you think they care about that decision? Are they the person making the decision? And probably not. They have other people making it for them. So you need to understand who you want on your list. Creating good customer avatars is a good. Let's see if I had any resources on that. I got one here. We pull up that. This is just a little target group and messaging resource that we have as well. It's you can just download it there for free. But you want to define your target groups. then you want that target group on your list. It's better to have a highly engaged small list than a massive list that is not engaging with you. Because if you, I'm going to call it spam out a lot of emails to these people, you will also reduce your domain reputation, and you will not really, you will fight a lot for those leads. So you want relevant people. It's not the size of your list that matters, it's the quality of your list that matters. But by size, you should be growing your list because statistically, only by having a bigger list, you will generate more business. But you want to focus on both. How do you grow your list consistently? It's something you do all the time. First of all, have a system that you can grow your list in. I'm going to pull up my link here again for Keep if you want to try that out. But have a system where you build your list. Don't have it by chance. Like, oh, here's a business card there, and then I save the number on my phone there, and I have them on my email list there. Consistently build your list. This is where CRM again comes in, and why you should have a CRM at the bottom of your, at the base of your email system. I would recommend that is have a system to grow it in. And grow it consistently is you capturing, remember the capture in the life cycle marketing, you capture leads from your ads, you ask for referrals, you're building lists, you advertise, you build lists, you might buy lists, but buy relevant lists, don't buy lists that aren't relevant. And by relevant, you need to know who your target group is. So that's how you grow, and how to get people to be on your list. Offer something of value. You know, I'm happy for you guys to register. One of us, how can I build a list? Well, register for our market access. Pull the link up there. Register there, and then you will be registered in our database, and we will let you know when we're running market access. We will let you know. You'll choose a language, and we will let you know when you run them. And we will email you about it. We won't email you about everything else, but we will build our list to understand who's interested in marketing, who wants to become better in marketing, and then now you fall into a segment, for example, as well. This is people that want to improve their marketing skills. This is people that want to get to receive tips about marketing. They want to know when are we running market access. They want to absorb knowledge about marketing. Might not want to buy services, but they want to absorb knowledge about marketing. So that's where you could fall. We would segment, so we would capture by registering, of course, and then we will segment and give the relevant information. Really, email marketing is really about giving the right information at the right time to the right person. So that's you have to segment to get to be successful at that. So that, yeah, give something of value. Hopefully this was of value. I think this is the last question that I had prepared. So let me know if you're there and you have any questions about email marketing, if you have any questions about anything that I've mentioned, or if you have any questions about the tool that you're using, because we do know a lot of different tools. Just let us know in the comments on the platform that you're logging in from or that you're watching from. If you're watching the recording, I invite you also to write a comment in the comment section, and we will try to answer all of the questions that come in as good as we can. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of time if you have any questions. If not, while waiting for that, again, we run these market access sessions every second week in English. We do run them in between that as well, but that is not in English. And we will start again in January. Register at marketaccess.com if you want to know when they're happening, or just follow our pages. They obviously come up as we're running live sessions. And I hope to see you all again soon. Okay, have a fantastic day. No more questions for now. Then we will say goodbye and have a great productive email day further.